Leonardo DiCaprio, a name that has become synonymous with Hollywood greatness. But behind the Oscar wins, blockbuster hits, and red carpet appearances lies a story few truly know. From a struggling young actor fighting for roles to one of the most respected names in the industry, his journey was anything but easy. He's faced rejection, typecasting, and even controversy, yet time and time again, he has proven why he belongs at the top. What sacrifices did he make to get here, and what does the future hold for one of Hollywood's last true movie stars? This is the untold story of Leonardo DiCaprio's rise, fall, and ultimate redemption. Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't born into Hollywood royalty, far from it. Raised in Los Angeles, he grew up in a rough neighborhood where crime and poverty were a reality. But even as a child, he knew he was destined for something greater. Acting became his escape, his passion, and his ticket out of a world that offered him little opportunity. As a teenager, he fought to land roles, facing constant rejection. Casting directors told him he wasn't leading man material, but he refused to give up. Then, after years of struggle, he got his first real break. A role in this boy's life alongside Robert De Niro. It was the beginning of something extraordinary. Then came What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where DiCaprio stunned audiences with a performance so raw and powerful that he earned his first Academy Award nomination at just 19. Hollywood took notice. But what happened next changed everything. In 1997, Titanic hit theaters, and suddenly, Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't just a respected young actor. He was the biggest star in the world. Girls screamed his name, tabloids followed his every move, and his face was everywhere. But success like this comes at a price. Despite Titanic's monumental success, DiCaprio found himself trapped. Hollywood saw him as a heartthrob, not a serious actor. The roles being offered to him were more about his looks than his talent. He could have taken the easy route, starring in romantic leads and making millions. But DiCaprio wanted more. He wanted respect. And so, he took a risk. Instead of cashing in on his Titanic fame, he turned down mainstream blockbusters and started working with some of the greatest directors of our time. Gangs of New York with Martin Scorsese, Catch Me If You Can with Steven Spielberg, The Aviator, The Departed, each role proving that he wasn't just a pretty face. He was a force to be reckoned with. Yet, for all his success, there was one thing he couldn't seem to achieve: an Oscar. Time and time again, he delivered jaw-dropping performances, only to watch someone else take home the Academy Award. It became a running joke. The world knew he deserved it, but the Academy refused to recognize him. It was a battle that lasted for years. And then came The Revenant. A grueling shoot, freezing conditions, and a performance so intense it couldn't be ignored. In 2016, after decades of near misses, Leonardo DiCaprio finally won his Oscar. The moment went viral, and the world celebrated with him. But DiCaprio's story doesn't end there. Unlike many actors who fade away after reaching the peak, he continues to dominate Hollywood. With Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he proved once again that he was one of the greatest actors of his generation. And now, with his upcoming projects, including collaborations with Scorsese and other top filmmakers, his legacy is only growing stronger. He isn't just a movie star, he's an icon, an activist, and one of the few actors who can still draw audiences to theaters based on his name alone. So what's next for Leonardo DiCaprio? More films, a new challenge, one thing's for sure. His story is far from over, and if history has taught us anything, it's that Leonardo DiCaprio will always find a way to surprise us.